Hey, it's Irina Pozan, and welcome back to the Career Cravings Podcast. This podcast has a simple mission. It's to help ambitious professionals like you build the career and life that you've been craving. Over the past 15 years, I've worked as an HR leader, designed hiring systems, led recruitment teams, and I've sat on the other side of the hiring table. I've seen what works in today's job market, what doesn't, and what separates those good candidates from the ones that actually land their dream roles. Now I'm bringing everything I've learned straight to you. Each episode is packed with actionable insights and tools to help you land your dream role sooner. Now let's dive in. So let's be real. Job searching as an HR professional today should not be this frustrating. And it is a challenging job market, and it does take a proven approach to land your dream role today. So if you are currently applying without the response that you know you deserve, if you're getting ghosted after interviews, or maybe you're scrolling LinkedIn for hours, I get it. And I also know exactly how to fix it, which is the reason I created the HR Star program. So hi, I'm Irina Pozan. I'm a former HR director turned career coach, and now I work with HR professionals just like you in helping them land their dream roles. And I have taken everything that I've learned throughout my 15-year career and put it into a program that fast tracks your results. And now I want to help you. HR Star is my signature program, and it's the only program specifically designed for HR professionals, helping you land your next role in record time, and it's guaranteed. It's actually a proven system which helps you land your next role in 90 days or less. And I am so confident in this program, I'm actually guaranteeing results. So if you don't land your next role in 90 days or less, I will coach you for free until you do, guaranteed. So there is literally no risk. Inside of HR Star, you get every single thing that you need to land your next role as soon as possible. And you do it with me every single step of the way. So a couple of times a year, I open up bonus enrollment, and it is finally that time. And when you join during bonus enrollment, you also get over $3,000 in bonuses. First of all, you get a one-on-one session with me valued over $750. You also get me to personally write your pitch for you. So we're going to co-create this together using my proven method that helps you make an incredible first impression during the phone screens and get to the final interview stages. Also, I will personally live audit your LinkedIn to make sure it's telling the new brand story from your resume and all of the other parts to get you noticed in this market. This is literally every single thing that you need to land your next HR role in 90 days or less. And the best part is that the investment inside of HR Star is literally a no-brainer. My clients consistently land their roles 8 times faster than the average market and secure increases of $22,000 or more. Also, during bonus enrollment, I just, for the first time ever, unlocked a 6-month payment plan, which literally means we can get started today for just $379. If this sounds aligned, I cannot wait to support you, but these bonuses will not be around forever. This is part 4 of 5 in our series on the biggest mistakes keeping you stuck in your job search. And today's topic is super personal to me because this is something I have been through myself. And this is actually the biggest regret that I have in my career. This is also something that I see with my clients and people that I speak to that are job searching, which is believing that it's not the right time. And I want to call this out for what it is. It's giving up. Whether you're giving up out of fear, self-doubt, maybe the belief that you're just not ready yet. And I get it. Putting yourself out there in your job search for your career, you might be thinking, what if I fail? What if I have less balance in that new role? What if I'm not ready? What if, right? And let me ask you this. What opportunities are you missing out on by waiting? And also, what's the cost of fear driving your decisions? Because I have been there. Earlier in my career, I held myself back and I thought, you know what? I shouldn't take that job because I'm going to have no time for my friends or family, or what if I'm not good enough? What if I don't do well in that role? What if? And looking back, I can't believe that I let that fear dictate my decisions and what I did next. And once I moved into each and every one of those roles, I was proved wrong. I want to make sure that you are going after your career goals and not letting fear be the reason that you're not. So let's dive in. The fourth biggest mistake is thinking it's not the right time for whatever reason. The market's no good. I just had a baby. I moved roles only 8 months ago. What are people going to think of my resume? And all of those thoughts about it not being the right time, I want to make sure that we're evaluating these thoughts and making sure that this isn't a decision you're making based out of fear, because that wouldn't be good for anyone. So here's the problem with waiting until later, until it is the right time. Guess what? You will never feel 100% ready. Your brain is always going to find ways to delay you moving into an uncomfortable new situation, and change is hard. So your brain is going to want to stop you from doing the things that you are looking to grow in. So here is the problem with waiting until later, hoping the market gets better, waiting until you feel more ready, waiting another year until you get more skills, waiting until you get that course completed. The thing is, you'll never be 100% ready. We often move the goalpost, and your brain is always going to find reasons why you should delay, why you should wait. And this is a pattern that I want to call out. Whether it's waiting because you need more experience, waiting for the market to get better, finishing a project, you've only been in a role for a short time, thinking it's not the right time for whatever reason. Maybe it's your family dynamic. The truth is, you'll never really feel ready. And the real issue isn't readiness. It's actually self-doubt, fear. This is what I've learned through personally delaying my own success. It was fear-based, and it was based on self-doubt. The impact of this mistake, holding yourself back, delaying the process, waiting till you're ready, it shrinks your confidence. So you actually miss out on opportunities that could possibly challenge you, that could bring you to be the person that you dream of being, that bring you to a role that feels challenging and exciting. Maybe it's finally approaching a job pivot that you've been looking to get into. Here's some homework super early on in this episode before we get into more tips. I want you to ask yourself this one question right now. What would I do if I believed in myself today? If I believed I didn't have to wait, if I believed I was ready now, what would I do differently if I believed in myself today? All right, here's a little story on confidence. And I want to make this real for you. You know, in all of these episodes, I love to bring a real case. I want to bring a story either from my experience, my client experiences, because I see patterns in so many job seekers that I speak to. And this might be something that you're doing as well. So my client, Claire, she came to me, and one of the biggest struggles she was having in her job search was her confidence. And she knew she wanted to move organizations. She had been with an organization for a really long time and wanted to move because she wasn't getting promoted internally. And she knew she was ready for more, but she just kept thinking, okay, it's not going to happen internally. So I have to go external and I have to apply. And that's happened to me before as well. Claire wanted to land a leadership role, but internally she thought she's not ready yet. She's not going to be given the opportunity. And what we started working on were those confidence shifts that she is ready now. She doesn't have to wait. We looked at how many years of experience she had, what she has done, those stories that make her feel confident. And we built a resume and a personal brand around that. And she ended up getting an external offer, which was incredible. But the best thing that happened was internally, she was promoted to the leadership role too. So she stopped waiting for permission to act as a leader. She started showing up as one. She owned how powerful she was. She embodied the leader that she was ready to be. And guess what? She landed that role externally and internally. So she had two offers. She had a manager role at a new company or a promotion at her current company, and she got to choose where she moved next. This is all a mindset shift, right? It's going from believing I might not be ready yet. It might not be the right time. They'll never give me that opportunity. But once you start believing, you know what? The time is now. I am ready to land that type of role. I am ready to land that job offer. I am ready to be promoted. That's when the powerful shift happens. If you are someone who is also ready to step into your future self, to maybe land that first leadership role like Claire, or to start embodying the type of role that you want to attract, here's your homework. First, I want you to act like you already have your dream role today. So let's just say it's that manager title like Claire. Embody the leader that you are right now. Because what is going to happen then is you're going to start speaking and advocating for yourself like you already have it. And what happened with Claire is that when she was interviewing and she realized externally she was ready, people were excited to interview her. People were excited to give her job offers externally. She started showing up at her current company with that same confidence that got her promoted. So how do you step into that next version of yourself? You act like you already have your dream role today. Now, this has also worked in my own career, embodying the next level. So early in my career, I had a manager role and I loved this role. I loved the company. I was super excited to be there. What I didn't realize was I was already acting at the next level. And what happens when we do that is we are often recognized for that. So when you start acting as that next level of yourself, whether it's taking on additional responsibility or projects or just showing up with more confidence, giving your opinion, speaking up, you're often recognized for that. And that's what happened with Claire. She didn't specifically ask for that promotion, but it happened anyway because they could see her energy. They could see she was ready for it. She was embodying that next level leadership energy. And this happened with me as well. I was promoted without even applying for the role. So internally, a director came to me and said, I have this role. Someone's retiring. Do you want it? I said, yes. The second thing that I want you to do is take those small aligned actions with your future role. Let's just use the same example again. Say you're targeting a leadership role. You can insert any role, by the way. Maybe it's your first role in a new industry. Maybe it's your first role in a different department. You can do this with anything. I want you to update your LinkedIn profile based on the type of role that you want. And I want you to imagine that you already have that role. Okay, if this feels strange, I want you to borrow my confidence and my belief. So, okay, if that sounds a little bit strange or outside of your comfort zone, you're like, how would I act like the role I already want? So, for example, I had a client who spent her career in science, okay? She was a very analytical science person, and she wanted to pivot into landing her first role in HR. And of course, a pivot is more challenging. And we worked on a strategy that worked for her. But what she started doing before she moved into HR, before she had that opportunity, she put herself in situations where she got to work with people and she got more experience in those transferable skills to be able to embody the role that she wants. And this was super helpful in her search. If you're struggling with I don't know how to put myself out there in terms of acting like I already have the role that I want you to borrow my confidence. So I want you to think of me or Claire. So another myth that I see is people thinking, I don't have enough experience for the job that I really want, right? I'll never be able to stand out to those other candidates. So here's your homework for this episode. I want you to take a moment to reflect. And I want you to reflect on where are you holding yourself back because you feel like you're not ready? What opportunities might you be missing by waiting for the perfect time? What's one small step that you can take to embody being in the role that you want today? The way that Claire did, the way that I did, that got us both promoted and attracted other opportunities. So Claire's story is proof. When you show up with the mindset that you are ready, everything shifts and you will never feel 100% ready. You don't need to feel 100% ready. You just need to take action even when it feels scary. Next week, we are diving into the 5th episode in this series, and this is the juiciest one yet. This is the biggest block that I see people make in their job search, which ends up wasting months and months and months of time before they land their dream roles. And remember, you are so much more ready than you know. If this episode resonated with you, I'd love for you to share it on your Instagram stories and tag me, and I'll see you in the next episode. Hey, before you go, if you've enjoyed listening to today's show, I would love your support. Please take a moment to leave a review anywhere where you listen to podcasts. And here's the exciting part. I'm running a special contest and giving away a one-on-one session with yours truly. All you have to do is leave a review, take a screenshot, and send it to me in my DMs. All of my contact info is in the show notes. I appreciate you so much, and I cannot wait to build the career and life that you've been craving together. See you next week.